I think I'm done with eBay standard envelope. Hey guys, Ken here. Welcome back to the channel. Well, as the title of the video states, I think I might be done with eBay standard envelope. But there is a caveat here, okay? Anything up to $10 in sales, per postcard, I'm still going to use eBay standard envelope because it's $10 and under per sale. Okay, but anything over $10, like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way up to 20 or whatever, I'm not going to be using eBay standard envelope. Now, let me tell you why. I had an incident recently where someone bought a card off me, and they only lived one state away. I mean, they lived in Washington, which is one state above Oregon. And it shouldn't have taken more than 3 to 5 days to get there. Well, 5 weeks later, after I had shipped the item, they opened up a return. I got my first return that I had to refund the buyer because they had waited like 5 weeks and the card never showed up. So I went to the tracking. This is the eBay standard envelope. This is non-USPS tracking. Okay. I went to that tracking under that order. I shipped the card on January 16th. It got there in the Washington area on the 19th. It was supposed to be delivered on the 25th. But when it got to Washington, all of a sudden the tracking stopped. Okay. It never got scanned after that. And the tracking said it was still in transit. Now, the only thing I can deduce from this is that maybe it's hung up somewhere in a post office. It could have got thrown in a bin and buried. And, with COVID and everything, the post office is shorthanded and they may have not been able to get to it. I don't know what the story is because according to the tracking, it's still in transit. But rather than argue with the customer over this point and try to fight back and forth whether I should refund, their money, I just went ahead and issued the refund. It cost me about $8.25, but I was happy to do it because this person had waited like 5 weeks before they open to return. Okay. Now I usually communicate with my buyers and I tell them, because of COVID and because of everything the post office is going through, it could be anywhere from 5 days to 3 weeks. But the thing is, this was 5 weeks. I looked at the date and I'm like, oh my goodness. So what I've decided to do, anything over $10, I'm going to ship first class with regular USPS tracking. Okay, I'm going to be charging for shipping. Now, normally I was charging $1 for everything because I was using eBay standard envelope. Okay, so I was charging $1 to cover that postage and that envelope. But since I'm going to be using, for anything over $10 on up, I'm not going to be using eBay standard envelope. I'm just going to be using the regular post office and USPS tracking. I'm going to be putting my cards, well, first of all, I'm going to put my card in between 2 pieces of cardstock, and I'll tape it on both sides so it'll, won't move around. And I'll put my thank you card on top. And then I'll put it in one of these. This is a 6x6. I don't want to call it a stay flat because that's a brand name. Basically, they're like stay flats, but they're just a generic brand I got off of Amazon. And these are really thick. These are real thick and real durable. But, for eBay standard envelope, this won't work, okay? Because it's too thick. It won't be able to go around corners and it'll jam the machines and everything else. So it has to go first class package, which is about, now what I'm going to be charging on that is about $3.75. Now, normally the USPS retail rates are about $1 more than that. They're about $4.75. But I'm not going to do that. And the reason why I'm not going to do that, I'm only going to charge what I get for my discount price, is because I don't want somebody coming back to me and accusing me of price gouging on the shipping. There are people that, charge the full retail I think it's $4.85. And when they get their label through the eBay system, it comes out to about $1 cheaper and they get that discount for printing their label through eBay. But I'm just going to charge, the $3.75, because that's about what it cost me to ship a card all the way to Florida. Okay. And recently I had a card like that. Now, originally I had set it up, as $1 shipping. This was before I changed all this. But what happened was I shipped that card and I used one of these 6x6s, and it cost me about $3.75 to ship it to Central Florida. And this to me is a lot better, because I don't want to be funding a card that they don't get because it somehow got lost in the eBay standard envelope system. Now, to be fair, okay, that system has worked very well for me. I'd say 95% of the time it's worked flawlessly. My cards have gotten there with no problem. They've been tracked all the way, but I have had a few instances where it just didn't get tracked all the way, and who knows what happened to it. I've even got some cards that, the buyer has received the card and they gave me positive feedback, and then when I went back to check the tracking, it says it's still in transit. So that's why, because of the fact that the eBay standard envelopes, tracking system isn't perfect. No system is, but it works about 95% of the time. And I have had a couple of instances, like I said, where it didn't track all the way, but they got the card, at least because I know that they left me positive feedback. But there have been a couple of situations where, the tracking says it's still in transit to this day, and it's months old. And I don't know if they got the card or not, because they never left me positive feedback, which is optional on eBay. So I don't know what the story is with those. But going forward, I think, starting today, and I've already gone in and changed some of those settings. Anything over $10 is going to go by these 6x6 flats. And this is well enough to protect it to get there, and it'll get regular USPS tracking all the way to its destination. For anything $10 and over, and for anything $10 and under, I'll still use the eBay standard envelope system. I just want to let you guys know about that and kind of get your thoughts on it. What do you think of the eBay standard envelope system? What's been your experience with it? Leave it in the comments below. Okay, let's have a discussion about that, because some people swear by it, some people use both, some people don't use it at all. I know one seller on eBay that doesn't use it at all. He just uses the regular USPS tracking, and he charges for shipping, the full retail price of shipping on every single one of his orders. Well, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to leave most of my cards $10 and under and allow them to only pay the dollar for the shipping, which I think has really helped me in sales over the past week. But then on the more expensive cards, like I said, $10 and up, I'm going to be charging $3.75 for shipping, and it's going to go first class. And since it's going to go on in one of these, basically it will be USPS first class parcel, which will be about $3.75, because I'm not taking the risk. When I had that episode in Washington and it just went south and I had to refund the buyer, it actually worked out. But I felt bad for her because it was a really nice card. It was an old ship, dated early 1900s, White Star Line, which was the same company where the Titanic came out of. But the thing is, she claims she never got it. Now, hopefully, if she does get it, because the tracking still does say in transit, so if she does get it, hopefully she'll be honest with me enough that she'll, pay me back for the card if she gets it. But if she doesn't, well, at least I wanted to refund her money, and I wanted to take care of my customers, which is, uppermost in my business. Okay, so I just thought that I'd share that with you guys. Okay, like I said, I'd like to get your thoughts on the eBay standard envelope system. How has it worked for you? Have you had any major problems with it? Have you decided to ditch it? What are your thoughts on that? Leave it in the comments below. Okay, and I guess that's it. Okay. Listen, I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. I appreciate it. Yeah, I gotta go, but you guys have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, and bye for now.